Hello, my name is Yael Gaathon, and I am the artistic director of Blue Cliff, based in Aarhus, Denmark. Butoh is very difficult to define. There's a big discussion about what exactly is Butoh. I think one of the reasons for this is because Hijikata and Ono created very different styles of Butoh themselves. Hijikata later called his dance the dance of darkness, and he tended to work with very dark, sometimes very ugly, very hard images. His dancers would twist their body, distort their body, work with a lot of inner tension. Kazu Ono, on the other hand, was a very spiritual man, and he saw Butoh almost like a spiritual practice. He said that it's your soul that dances and your body follows. When he danced, his body was very soft, very flowing. He worked with a lot of poetry, a lot of images that were very poetic, very much including the beauty of life. Having said that, both Hijikata and Ono saw Butoh as a combination of light and darkness. Ono said that he dances with one hand in heaven and one hand in hell. Both of them saw that life is created of both ugly and beautiful, dark and light. We can't have one without the other. We have to include or contain all of life in order for us to find truth, to express truth. Butoh for me is like a wonderful doorway. It's a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful tool that we can use as artists. I think that Butoh is very personal, it's very much up to interpretation. Hijikata and Ono said that each of us has to find our own Butoh. And so there are as many different styles of Butoh as there are choreographers. For me, I see Butoh as a form of extreme sincerity, or an attempt to be extremely sincere. And extremely, that means going down to the deepest level of sincerity, trying to be sincere in every cell of our body and every fraction of our movement. I started training Butoh in 1995 while I was working in a theater company. The director of that company decided that the entire ensemble should get Butoh classes, and we've received this training for 5 years. I was completely hooked. I think that I found something in Butoh that I was really looking for in performance. I think it was about the dedication and the focus and this total commitment to what you're doing. Personally, I don't consider actually Butoh to be Japanese. I think Butoh is a human being style. It's not connected to a specific country. Butoh has to do with your personal sincerity. I think at the core, human beings are not really different from each other. No matter where we go around the world, we still find the same things in all human beings. And I think that Butoh goes down to this core of who we are as human beings. Who am I as a human being? Butoh started in Japan, and the Butoh that exists in Japan is probably very influenced by Japanese culture. But I don't think that the Butoh that exists in Japan defines Butoh. I think it defines that person's Butoh. Butoh and life are inseparable. Butoh is a way of life. Because Butoh is so reflective, as a Butoh dancer, you have to really look inward very deeply and reflect on your own way of thinking, on your own mind, on your emotions, on how you respond to things. So it affects who you are as a person. And who we are in our daily life affects our Butoh. it's very difficult to envision the future of Butoh because Butoh has changed and developed so much since it started in the late 1950s. Even Hijikata and Ono themselves have developed Butoh and changed their style of Butoh throughout their lifetime. And because Butoh is such a personal style, I think it changes every time it meets somebody new. So it will continue endlessly to change.